Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. This thing is adorable. The Joyo BanTamP lineup is a series of $180 mini lunchbox heads, each inspired by a different classic circuit. On this one, the M and the B are highlighted on the front plate, and it's touted as a high-gain metal monster, so I'll let you draw your own conclusions as to which of my favorite amps that's a wink to. I've heard good things about these amp heads, and I was really interested in seeing what kind of a tone I could get out of this tiny thing. So let's take a closer look. So at first glance, the Zombie doesn't look like a formidable tone machine. It is tiny with very little on the front plate. It only has a single 12AX7 preamp tube and a solid-state power section. The enclosure is rigid metal and it feels very well put together with a little handle so you can pick it up and take it with you. The Zombie keeps the controls fairly basic. There are 3 knobs for gain, tone, and volume. I really like the single tone knob. It makes dialing in a usable sound quick and easy. The clean channel is pretty good, but the main draw is the dirty channel, which dialed in right sounds great. On the dirty channel, the Zombie does benefit immensely from a tube screamer or other overdrive to tighten it up and saturate the tone, but I'll get into that later. The back panel features an effects loop for any effects you want to run through it, like chorus, delay, or whatever, and it also has a 3.5mm headphone output with speaker simulation. Because the power section is solid state, unlike a full tube amp, you actually don't need this connected to a speaker load to use it. You can use this with just headphones for silent practice late at night, or I guess use computer speakers for sound output if you don't have a proper cab handy. The Zombie also includes a Bluetooth receiver that can be turned on or off using the toggle on the front panel. When activated, the orange LED switches to blue and you can play music, backing tracks, a metronome, whatever you want from your audio source through the amp. It's a very cool feature that adds to the Zombie's value as an excellent practice tool. So that's a lot of features, but I'm a little greedy. I do wish there was a way to switch the channels remotely. Right now you're limited to just the toggle switch on the front and a one-button foot switch or even a simple Bluetooth remote to flip between the channels would have been cool. Not a big deal for an amp of this size, just the only feature I feel is missing from an already impressive practice package. As I mentioned, the M and the B on the front plate are highlighted and it sounds relatively fuzzy without a tube screamer, so I'll let you guess which amp the Zombie takes inspiration from. Here's some dry tracks and I'll also compare it to a larger, more expensive amp. I've randomly chosen the dual rectifier. First, some cleans. Now dirty. And finally, dirty, boosted with a TS9. So yeah, definitely in the same tonal family, so to speak. The dual rec obviously has more headroom as well as a fuller sound, but for less than 1/10 of the price, the Zombie gets you a decent way there. The Zombie also had no problems pushing my Mesa 2x12 cabinet, which is really impressive for an amp with only 15 watts of solid state power. I wouldn't use it for a gig, but I think as long as you've got a decent cab, it would work well for band practice. And now it's time for Simon Says, the segment where we ask my guitar noob roommate what he thinks of the Joyo Zombie. Simon, what do you think of this guitar?
Well, Hunter, first thing I noticed about this guitar is it's not a guitar.
It's a hunk of metal. I can't really see what's on the inside, which probably looks important.
It does have, however, 3 knobs, and some of your guitars do have 3 knobs. That's what it kind of looks like to go a train, you know, like,
yeah,
like one section of a train.
Power button, clean OD. Wait, was I not supposed to do this?
No.
I didn't change the knobs, I just did the flicking, so I didn't touch these yet.
You absolutely did.
No,
That was, you were like, was this game?
No. Wait, watch the recording. I didn't do it.
I watched you do it.
It does have, however, 3 knobs, and some of your guitars do have 3 knobs. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's pretty cute. I carry it with you. It's a little picnic lunchbox. I would give it 4.5 stars.
Okay. I have to tell you, I was actually quite impressed with the Joyo Zombie. The overall tone is surprisingly similar to the big 100-watt monster it's modeled after. Obviously, it's not identical. It would be absolute madness to expect it to sound exactly the same as an amp over 10 times its price, but for $180, this gets you much closer than you'd expect. It's faithful almost to a fault, where I wouldn't use the dirty channel without a tube screamer type overdrive in front, but that's part of what makes it so familiar. An overdrive toggle to kind of simulate that sound would have been cool, and I still wish there was a way to remotely switch between channels, but if we take a step back, now I'm nitpicking a sub $200 amp head. The main focus here was great tone at an affordable price and a very portable package, and they nailed it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. These are just my opinions and I'd love to hear yours, so leave them in the comments, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to support what I do and get bonus extras like song downloads and now tabs, check out my Patreon. Thanks to Joyo for making this amp available, and to Pad for mixing the demo track. Make sure to check out his channel. Pricing, availability, all the links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome. This is the Joyo Zombie, and I'll see you for the next video.